Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Astro. I'm gonna jump straight into it. The video is gonna be called "The Biggest Communication Mistakes in Relationships." So let's jump straight into this one's gonna be more for the guys. So just rock with me when I go through all this. And if you guys get immense value, make sure you hit that subscription button below, like the video, and let me know if there's anything that I'm spot on or if I'm definitely not on. So let's get it. So for one, the biggest communication mistakes I notice a lot of guys making, and this is especially prevalent if you are cold approaching or meeting girls outside, if you have the balls to do that. So one, when you first start texting a girl, it's usually good. What I have personally noticed from my experience and guys that ask me for tips is a lot of these girls, they just stop replying, right? This could be either from a couple of hours, not even a couple of few hours, even days at the most, right? Or if they're not feeling you, they might just give you a fake number, something like that. So what I've noticed is this is kind of a covert test to see your value, right? And if you double text, you just get 2 points knocked down on your high value hierarchy standing, right? So I've noticed some girls, they just do it just to test you, and you could double text and they'll still show you energy and still be on it, but a lot of them might lose respect for you in a way, right? Don't double text. If you have options, this is way easier, right? So if a girl hits you with something like this, you could just say, if she messages me, she'll text back. If not, whatever, I'm not gonna kill myself over it. This is harder when you have one-itis and you don't have options. Then you're fiending for that reply. So how can you do this? Personally, I haven't failed this test because I don't give a damn. If you're feeling me, fine. If you're not, fine. I know somebody's gonna be feeling me. Look at this. Goodness, God made it. He handcrafted me. He took a long time on my ass, man. You gotta have that same energy, right? So this is especially even tough when she's really bad, but that's why you have to work on yourself, your fitness, your money, so that you could have more high caliber women, so that this doesn't seem like a unicorn. Because newsflash, majority of the girls are the same, bro. Like, you think your girl might be special, but you can meet the same girl 2 blocks down the street, right? And if you see me looking down from time to time, I'm just looking at my notes from the laptop. Okay, so yeah, a way to just avoid this is just be able to just love yourself and take yourself out on dates. If you don't have a lot of friends, just go do something by yourself. Hit up your friends if you do have friends, and just enjoy life, right? That's really how it should all be at the end of the day, right? So yeah, like the only time I would even recommend double texting or something like that is if, let's say, you already set up a date and you're just confirming something. Even then I wouldn't really say it, but like, it's situational, it's contextual, right? Let's say you're in a city for one night and you meet this bad bitch and you're leaving tomorrow. Quadruple text if you have somebody. If you really want that ass, centuple, I don't know if that's a word, but do whatever you gotta do, right? So 2, getting super eager and replying back super fast. So this ties in with the first texting communication mistake a lot of people make. Yeah, this is, just get a life, buddy. Focus on yourself, focus on your goals, focus on your mission. During my life, I've seen 2 types of people in the manosphere. Guys like me back in the day who were just focusing only on girls and weren't locked in on their own stuff, and guys who were locked in. Now the guys that were locked in, now they got the status, money, power, women, everything they wanted. The guys who were just focusing on women, now they're working jobs you don't really like, they're not making as much money, and they're envying the other guys, right? So focus on yourself. And even if you have that locked in, right? Find a new hobby, right? Make sure your neuroplasticity, your brain is growing. Find a new hobby, something that challenges you. Have a fun, exciting life that you want to bring someone in. Take yourself out on dates, like I previously mentioned, right? Do fun stuff, because a lot of times, especially when you have these girls on social media, if you're always doing something fun, they're gonna be eager. Like, what's this guy? What does he do? If you're not telling the whole world what exactly you are, they're gonna be eager by your mysterious and your fun life. They're gonna want to join. Right? No woman wants to be the leader in their relationship. They want you to lead and they want to follow. That's how it should be. If you meet a girl that wants to lead, psychologically, she's not out there, because that doesn't make sense with the masculine and feminine dynamics, right? That's not how stuff should be. So yeah, and if you're getting a lot of value, make sure to subscribe and like and comment if I'm spitting facts or not. So number 3, communicate more assertively, right? And what do I mean by this? So a lot of guys, they say like, oh, maybe let's do this, or are you down to go do that, right? Let me show you how the sauce. Let me show you how the game plan. When you guys get her number, all right, you should be hitting her up for information, right? And there's different ways you could do this. Don't make it an interview. You're not applying for Google, Amazon. You don't have to be prim and proper and, hey, I worked in IT for 7 years. You don't have to be like that. right? You should throw in a mix of curiosity. Imagine she's the first love of your life, the first love of your life you ever had. You wanted to know everything about her. Like, oh, where's she from? Where's this, that? Do that. Ask questions. If she asks you back, be mysterious. Reply to some of the questions she asks you so she doesn't think you're a weirdo. But when you don't have to ask, be like, oh, I'd rather just tell you in person, or say something funny and then throw it back on her. Don't fully answer the question, right? This gets her intrigued about you, because the more girls talk, girls are really narcissistic. If you deal with a lot of girls, they want to yap. Give them what they want, because that's the easiest ways to get what you want. Let them yap your brains off, and then you could take something off after. You feel me? So mix that in curiosity, be mysterious, mix in flirtiness or banter, like give her a little nickname, have inside jokes, something that differentiates you. And I'm gonna talk about that in a bit, right? But when you do that, to get back to the point that I mentioned of communicating more assertively, so when it's time to plan the date, because attraction doesn't happen on text, it happens in person. So stop having all these. I know so much guys that want to date and marry the girl while they're texting. You text a girl for one day and think she's the one. Like, what's wrong with you, buddy? You text a girl for one day, like, oh, I'm gonna marry her, and they tell her their whole life secrets. Attraction doesn't happen on text. Stop spilling your whole life secrets on text. Text is for mystery. In person, sure, tell them a little bit, but don't tell them too much, right? If you're trying to be with this girl for the long term, you're gonna have so much time to tell her who you are, what you're about, right? But in the meantime, keep the mystery. Let her build you up in her mind. Your biggest tool against the average woman today is her own mind. Let her use that in your benefit, because the less you say, the more she can make, the more stories she can build and say, this is my Superman, before she finds out you're really like Peter Parker with no powers type shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so when it comes time to handle the date, you could go like this. Hey, by the time you've already gathered enough information, right? Like, okay, boom, when are you free? She says Saturday, for example. Okay, boom, Saturday, I'm gonna pick you up here. We're gonna start up going here, and then I got other plans for the night, but I wanna keep the rest a secret. Do you like flowers or chocolate? You might not have to add that last part, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people think that's corny. For me, if I'm with a girl that's the lovey-dovey type, and like I know she likes a lot of Disney movies, I like to throw that in there, because like I said, play with your mind, they build you up in your life. But anyway, so communicating like that shows you are dominant, you know what you want, and you go for that. That's leadership. They want to follow. Even if you have a girl that is very masculine, because a lot of guys have kind of let her walk over them whatever way they want. You could be like, let's say she's giving you the directions on the map, and she's telling you, okay, do this, do this, do this. And then you know where you're going? You'd be like, baby girl, relax. You don't got to do all that when you with me. Just relax, and I got this. You know how attractive that is for a woman? Especially if you're talking with that sexual tension in your voice. You know how sexy that is for women? Like, oh, I don't gotta do nothing right now? See, she gets that princess treatment, and the more easy you make it for her, the easier it is for her to come back to your place if you got a place, right? And last but not least, try to mix up your texting. So back to, this is not an interview. Don't just ask yes or no questions. If it's 2025, and you're still asking yes or no questions, go see a doctor, buddy. Because eons have showed you that doesn't work. Even if a girl likes you a lot, it makes it super easy. The more yes or no questions only you ask, it's gonna turn her off, fam. They wanna yap. Let her yap. Let her talk. Let her Dave Chappelle put on a whole act for you. Right? So stop with the yes or no questions, right? I've already gave you a little bit of the sauce. Mystery, curiosity, flirty, humor. That's all you need. To mix it up however you like. It's your little concoction, right? And this is what I like to add on that a lot of guys don't do. So what I personally like to add on is I like to, from time to time, not always, throw in a video like this. Let's say she asks me, oh, what's your favorite thing to do? And I'll be like, oh, sorry, I can't text right now, baby girl, but I'll message you later tonight, this, that. And ideally, when you send a video like this, you want to be looking good. You want to be looking nice. Maybe just hit the gym. Maybe just like have a good fit on, right? Because now she gonna think of you. Now your pictures of you, it's in her mind. Now it's easy for her to keep remembering your face. Especially, you gotta differentiate your girl, your game. You gotta differentiate yourself in 2025, because a lot of guys are doing the same thing, and it's starting to, quite frankly, piss me off. right? So send a video, send a voice note if you have to, send a picture like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Women, a lot of them are narcissistic. Use it to your own benefit. A lot of guys are narcissists too, and I'm gonna drop a video for women how to play the game with guys, but this one's for men. So yeah, let me know if I was spot on or not in the comments, if there's any experience you've had using these tactics or not. And yeah, just show me the sauce. I want to know more about you guys. And yeah, your boy out. I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.